Showtime, your home for Javelina Athletics. Brought to you by Mike Shaw Toyota Kia. Hosted by Chris Communications Sports Director Alan Harwell. And proudly produced by the students at Texas A&M University Kingsville. Alongside Mike Shaw, a proud alum of 1968, the Javelina Broadcast Network presents Javelina Showtime. Your journey to Javelina Athletics starts now.
Hi everybody, welcome to Javelina Showtime right here on KDF Television. You can see the show every morning at 11:30. If you're just joining us for the first time, it's all about Javelina athletics, from football to volleyball to baseball to basketball, you name it, we'll have it right here on Javelina Showtime. We want to welcome a brand new sponsor, Mike Shaw Automotive. They're now our title sponsor. They'll be with us all year long. I know Mike's an alumnus here at A&M Kingsville. So thanks to Mike Shaw Automotive for becoming the new title sponsor here for Javelina Showtime. Folks, let's go back to last Saturday. Boys, it was a busy day here on campus. Remember, it all began with the Gil Stanky induction ceremony with the statue. Boy, it's a good-looking statue, absolutely gorgeous, and we'll be able to see this every time we walk into that main entrance of Javelina Stadium. And then we had all the national championship teams here, a big reunion, all on hand. So it was a great day for Javelina football. Then we played the football game last Saturday night. We had Humboldt State in town, and Humboldt State, a team that I think is vastly improved. They certainly showed it on Saturday night as they wound up beating the Javelinas by a score of 27-14. And we have Coach David Calloway joining us now. Coach, good to see you.
Good to see you.
It is game day. It is Saturday. We have another game tonight. Colorado Mesa is in town, but let's first go over the game on Saturday against Humboldt State. Obviously, they were a very much improved ball club from a year ago.
Yeah, they definitely were improved. I felt we were improved from a year ago also. They came out and made more plays than we did down the stretch, and was fortunate enough to get the win. All
right, let's talk a little about some of the highlights. One of the big plays, obviously, was Thomas's score early in the ball game. That was technically, I guess, what, a little shovel pass, so it counts as a pass play, correct?
Yes, it was a shovel-type pass situation. Jordan Thomas has been an explosive athlete for us, and he had a chance to put that on display Saturday night.
Talk about why that play worked.
Well, it worked. We ran something similar going in the other direction with another receiver, with Mr. Shingle, and Coach Taylor and the offensive staff saw that we could make the same situation happen with a faster guy, and we just came back and immediately ran as quickly as we could possibly go in the other direction.
So how many times do you get to actually practice that play in practice?
Well, you practice it. It's part of the scheme. You see a lot of people nowadays with the spread offenses that try to speed sweep and get the ball to their playmakers in space on the move. So it's starting to be a staple of a lot of college offenses as you kind of go through and watch video.
Another big play in the game, Coach, was Anthony Washington showing his athletic ability, being able to run that kickoff back 96 yards, a new record for Javelina football. Talk about that play.
Well, Anthony Washington, again, a top-end track guy for us. He's been on the all-conference, all-American track teams, and we got him back on kickoff return just so he could try to display his speed and use his abilities. He played running back in high school. You saw him making some good shifty moves, and a lot of that work on that particular play was done on his own, as far as making people miss and getting to the open space and just finishing the run off.
Let's talk about special teams, Coach. How often do you get to practice special teams? I know it's a very, very important asset, but how much time do you get to devote to special teams with so much other things going on in practice? I know it's hard to find time, isn't it?
Well, no, it's not hard to find time. We devote 10 to 15 minutes per day to special teams. That's one of the most important phases of the game. When you're trying to win football games, you try to win 2 out of the 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams. So it's just as important as anything else.
People will talk about the Anthony Washington kickoff return. Remember, a year ago he ran 100 yards back up at Cowboy Stadium, but being that counted as an exhibition game, it does not go in the books as the record. So the one this past Saturday will go in the books. And the neat thing is, it's still Anthony Washington. Regardless of the play, it's still Anthony Washington.
Yes, he's been a kid that's been around Texas A&M Kingsville for quite a while. He just finished his master's up. We're excited for the things that he does for us, and we'll be sad to see him go when that time comes. We
have a special feature on Anthony coming up later in the show, so be sure and tune in for that. Let's talk about the game as a whole. What are your thoughts? What do you come away after this ball game?
Well, I come away with seeing that we have a great upside. We definitely got some guys that can do some explosive things when they get the ball in their hand. We got some guys on defense that can make some plays. Offensive line played really well, only giving up 1 sack. We ran the ball effective early in the game. Sean Vasquez was having some explosive runs, but he went out with an injury and didn't get a chance to finish like we thought. But I think in all we had a lot of improvement from our first game last year. Excited about this week. And excited for the next competition.
Talk about Trey Mitchell's performance. His first game as a Javelina, he had some butterflies, I guess, going in a little bit.
Well, I don't necessarily think butterflies. I think he just, didn't perform at the level that he expected and as he's been accustomed to performing at since he stepped on campus. He did a good job in the run game for us, making the correct reads and the option stuff. He missed some throws, but I think he kind of knew where his mistakes was from a mechanical standpoint, and we're excited about him moving forward.
So he'll make the adjustments tonight, so it'll be fun to watch him tonight. Let's talk about tonight's game. Colorado Mesa, I don't know a lot about them. I know that they won, in overtime last week?
Correct. They won in overtime versus Dixie College. They have a freshman quarterback, Mr. Kaiser.
Another one.
He's doing a pretty good job throwing the ball. They're really, really good in special teams. We were talking special teams earlier. Mr. DJ Hubbard was a conference player of the week for him, ran a kickoff return back, and also blocked the extra point or field goal. Not for sure, but they got a lot of pieces. They're playing a lot of young guys, but they're flying around. It was a good game with Dixie. Came down to the end. They made a couple of plays that was just spectacular as far as tip balls and making catches and extending plays in their passing game to get that victory.
Sounds like they got a lot of athletic talent on that ball club.
It appears that way, but I feel, we be able to match them from athlete to athlete, and we're excited about our opportunity.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. We're just a few hours away. Game time at 7 o'clock tonight, and let's talk again next week, okay?
Yes, sir. Good
David
to see you
Calloway,
again.
head coach of your Texas A&M Kingsville Javelinas. When we come back, we'll have more on Javelina Showtime, which is brought to you now by our new sponsor, Mike Shaw Automotive. Back with more right after this.
Admit it, you fear buying a car. The pushy salespeople, the sticker shock, the shady deals. But fear no more at Mike Shaw Kia, because they eliminate the fear factor with upfront pricing and financing. 2014 Kia Soul, just $13,995. 2014 Kia Optima, just $19,922. 2014 Kia Sorento, just $27,195. And if you make $350 a week, we want to approve your credit, guaranteed. Eliminate the fear factor at Mike Shaw Kia.
Hello, I'm Phil Neeson with Neeson Chevrolet in Kingsville. We see people from all over South Texas coming to Neeson Chevrolet because we have the largest section of Chevys, Buicks, and GMCs in South Texas at the absolute best prices. We treat our customers with honesty and respect. No high pressure or hassle here, just good, honest deals. The best selection, the best prices, huge rebates, 0% financing are at Neeson Chevy, Buick GMC in Kingsville.
Today's employers are looking for employees with the ability to lead, think analytically, plan strategically, and solve problems. The MBA online program at Texas A&M University Kingsville can provide all that from the privacy of your own home. Graduates said they had a 38% return on their investment after only 1 year and a 50% return after 2 years. Our 30-credit-hour program features accounting, finance, management, marketing, economics, and business. With classes held year-round, why wait? Sign up today.
You'll find more than a great education here. You'll find friendships that last a lifetime. Thanks to our family-like living learning communities. Like Turner Hall, the men's dorm where music students enjoy their own basketball court, grill, big screen TV, and more. And Bishop Hall, where female musicians have their own volleyball court, lobby, and study room. Live and work with others who share your goals at Texas A&M University Kingsville, the home of Javelina pride.
Everybody, welcome back to Javelina Showtime, brought to you by Mike Shaw Automotive, our new title sponsor. Glad to have these guys on board. Lots going on this weekend. We got, of course, have a football game tonight. Colorado Mesa is in town, and we have a big volleyball tournament going on as well. So it's not just all about football right now. We got volleyball going on, and Tanya Allen is with us now. And Tanya, you're the head coach. You've been here. You're starting your 4th year. My, how time flies. You're having fun, right?
I'm loving it, yeah.
What do you love most about being the coach here?
You know, I kind of took over a program that was struggling a little bit, and it's been a good challenge so far. I've loved it, and I love the people, love the staff. It's been a good experience.
And you've got some players who are still with you that, you know, when you started, 4 years ago. Tell me about that.
I have 3 on roster right now that I actually recruited my first season when I got here, and they've stuck around the whole time. And
that says a lot about you.
Right, been through the challenge with me, so it's it's good to share that with them.
Well, let's talk about your year. How's it going so far?
It's going well. We opened our season with a good quality tournament in Florida, a lot of competition, and we did fairly well. And then obviously second weekend we get to host a good tournament, so that was positive.
So you're 3-1.
Yes.
Going into the tournament.
Right.
How do you like your team this year? What's the strength of your team this year?
We're extremely athletic. We've been fairly athletic in the past, but we have some depth this year. So we have a few people who are pushing for positions and making us better, challenging each other. So that's good. We
talked to some of your players. We'll be talking with them here in briefly. But talk a bit about how far this program has come since you took over it 4 years ago.
I feel good about it. I feel good about the improvements we've made. I think that, like I said, the biggest challenge so far has been trying to create depth. Getting 1 or 2 good players is always positive, but in this conference, in order to compete, you got to have more than 2 or 3. So
recruiting is hopefully recruiting is
key, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
People know who you are now when you go to the schools, and
I'd like to hope so.
What happens next now after this tournament ends today? Where do you go?
Tuesday night we have Pack the House, so hopefully we can get a lot of fans in the stands, a lot of support. We play St. Mary's, which is a regional opponent, so hopefully we can do well there. And then we followed up with another conference trip to Angelo State and Tarleton State.
Who are the teams we need to watch for this year in the conference?
WT, Angelo State, and Texas Women's are all either in the top 25 or receiving votes right now, so those 3 are obviously at the top. But
alrighty.
Everyone in our conference is tough.
Let's look into your crystal ball. Where do you see your team this year?
I mean, honestly, if we perform like I think we should be in the top 4, and I think we should compete for that title.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you.
You going to come visit us again before the year's over? Okay, all righty. Now, we had a chance to visit with some of the players earlier this week to get their thoughts on how the season is going and some of their predictions of this season. Let's roll that tape now.
Hopefully more wins, conference tournament again, get past the first round, and just for us to have a great time. Working together and putting everything that we've been practicing. Coach has been having us do other things and combining that and coming out with a win. They're actually coming along better than we expected. Everyone is meshing, we're flowing together, everything's going good. They've picked up on everything that we do here, and they look like they've been playing with us forever.
My senior season, I'd say I want to win conference, hands down, no questions asked. Pretty much just pushing. We had a lot of mishandled balls, and we really needed to just focus and push for every point and earn every point ourselves instead of letting them give it to us. They actually came in with a pretty good head on their shoulders. They were very determined to find a spot on the court, which is a good thing to have with freshmen. We're meshing like we've been playing for a long while, so it's good. I expect our team to play up a little bit, have a little bit more adrenaline, have a little bit more purpose to our play.
All right, again, volleyball season is here. We look forward to a highly successful season for those girls, and we'll see how they do on Tuesday night. All right, we're just now getting started here on Javelina Showtime. Lots still to talk about. We come back, we're going to have a special feature on Anthony Washington. Boy, he is a dynamite football player. Back with more of Javelina Showtime, brought to you by Mike Shaw Automotive. We're back right after this.
Admit it, you fear buying a car. The pushy salespeople, the sticker shock, the shady deals. But fear no more at Mike Shaw Toyota, because they eliminate the fear factor. With upfront pricing and financing, 2014 Corolla or Camry, your choice. Up to $4,000 off MSRP. 2014 Tundra, up to $7,000 off MSRP. We want your experience to be exceptional. That's why we offer a 72-hour exchange policy. Eliminate the fear factor at Mike Shaw Toyota.
Today's employers are looking for employees with the ability to lead, think analytically, plan strategically, and solve problems. The MBA online program at Texas A&M University Kingsville can provide all that from the privacy of your own home. Graduates said they had a 38% return on their investment after only 1 year and a 50% return after 2 years. Our 30-credit-hour program features accounting, finance, management, marketing, economics, and business. With classes held year-round, why wait? Sign up today.
As the most established university in all of South Texas, we've learned that change is good, and there's never been a better time to check out Texas A&M University Kingsville. Thanks to our state-of-the-art new dorms with plenty of space for studying and hanging out, a recreation center with everything you'd expect in a brand new gym, and our new dining hall packed with delicious stuff to keep students going. And the changes don't stop there. Texas A&M University Kingsville, the home of Javelina pride.
Admit it, you fear buying a car. The pushy salespeople, the sticker shock, the shady deals. But fear no more at Mike Shaw Kia, because they eliminate the fear factor. With upfront pricing and financing, 2014 Kia Soul, just $13,995. 2014 Kia Optima, just $19,922. 2014 Kia Sorento, just $27,195. And if you make $350 a week, we want to approve your credit, guaranteed. Eliminate the fear factor at Mike Shaw Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Javelina Showtime, brought to you by Mike Shaw Automotive. And we're right in the middle of the show, lots to talk about. And our ace sleuth reporter is joining us again today, Sydney Hernandez. Sydney, now last week you had a chance to visit with some players. And today, who are you talking to?
Anthony Washington, cornerback.
All right. Now you had a chance to visit with him. What did you learn about Anthony Washington?
He is definitely a team player. He did break an amazing record, and we'll talk all about that in just a little bit, but he's also very committed to the team, and he wanted everyone to know that it wasn't just him, it was definitely a team effort.
And he's also more than just a football player, right?
Yes, he also works all day. He told me all about his schedule. You hear all about that.
Okay, all right, so let's roll Sydney's story on Anthony Washington. Here we go.
I mean, I'm disappointed. Everybody, that just shows me if you're disappointed in the loss, then you got some type of team spirit, which is good. I mean, you always got to find something positive. We lost. It was the first game. It wasn't a conference game, but it was still a football game. We lost. We have another week to see. We got to see our flaws and our mess ups. This is the first game of the season, so we saw our flaws that we can fix. I'd rather fix them in a game like this instead of a conference game with a little bit more on the line. I focus more on like kickoff. I'll get on myself. I didn't go all the way down the field a couple times as fast as I could have. So you see me flying around more, getting after it, and that's just on my part where I say I'll let the team down. Every play, I mean, typically a play don't last too long. If you think about it, it's only a couple of seconds before the play starts and ends, only a couple of seconds. So for those couple of seconds, I got to give 100%. Well, last year, I returned a kick return for 100 yards against Monterey Tech, I believe, but it was an exhibition game, so it didn't count. Again, I didn't go into that game like, oh, I'm going to break a record. I just went into that game like, oh, I'm going to do what I need to do. Well, actually, I just scored. I didn't have no. I didn't find out actually until like 3 or 4 days later that I even had a record. A teammate told me, and I was just like, oh, okay. And then again, they announced it during the game this week while we were still playing. I mean, I heard it, but I didn't really get excited because the game was still going. I mean, I'm still trying to win as a whole. I mean, that's just one play. Just thank you for just showing that your passion for Javelinas. Like when I first came here, the town, the people in this little town, they love their football team. They love their Javelinas, and that's just a blessing to be part of something like this. So I mean, thank you.
Sydney, great story there on Anthony Washington. Not only is he a great football player, but he's even a better person, isn't he?
He's an amazing person. A lot of Javelina spirit.
A lot of people don't realize that, yeah, they come here to play football, but, school's got to come first. So it's really tough to be able to go to practice early, go to school, then work, read your playbook, and then be ready to go by Saturday.
He definitely stresses that. I mean, like I said last week, they're student athletes, and some of them are even working on the side just like Anthony Washington. So it's great to see their perspective on how they get everything in order and how they do it so well and execute.
I don't think he was too disappointed with the fact that his 100-yard kickoff from last year doesn't count because his name is still in the record book at 96. And he has several more games to go. I mean, he could even break his 96-yard record, don't you think?
He mentioned to me that he didn't even know he broke it, that he was so into the game and focused that he didn't even realize that he had broken it until after that some players were talking about. They're like, hey, you just broke a record. He was like, oh, cool, okay, next. So he does mention those are not his main goals. His main goal is to win as a team and to make sure that the Javelinas as a whole keep going forward.
All right, Sydney, thanks. We look forward to your story next week, okay? Just surprise us for next week, okay?
Always. And
all right.
for Javelina Showtime.
All right, thank you, Sydney. Sydney Hernandez, our ace reporter here on Javelina Showtime. When we come back, we will have more on Javelina Showtime, brought to you by Mike Shaw Automotive. Back with more right after this.
Admit it, you fear buying a car. The pushy salespeople, the sticker shock, the shady deals. But fear no more at Mike Shaw Toyota because they eliminate the fear factor with upfront pricing and financing. 2014 Corolla or Camry, your choice. Up to $4,000 off MSRP. 2014 Tundra, up to $7,000 off MSRP. We want your experience to be exceptional. That's why we offer a 72-hour exchange policy. Eliminate the fear factor at Mike Shaw Toyota.
You can count on the folks at Blakeful & Whiter to treat you like they treat their friends, with respect. Because it's about you, no high pressure. Just good, solid people helping you determine what's right for your budget and your lifestyle. I'm Brenda, and when you're looking for a new car or truck, Blakeful & Whiter's got what matters. Friendly folks looking out for you. Blakeful & Whiter, Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Kingsville.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Javelina Showtime, your home for Javelina Athletics, brought to you each week by our title sponsor, Mike Shaw Automotive. Again, great to have those guys on board starting today. As promised, every Saturday, Coach Jaime Martinez joins us. He's kind of our scout who we like to talk to about the upcoming opponent. And of course, Coach Martinez is the offensive line coach and recruiting coordinator for the Javelinas. And Coach, real quick, you were pretty right about Humboldt State. They were a pretty good ball club. They came in and played a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, they did. They didn't do anything that we didn't expect them not to do. So, we just felt like they were going to come in and throw the football around like they did. And on defense, basically do what we thought they were going to do. We just didn't execute like we wanted.
Let's talk about tonight's opponent. Colorado Mesa comes into town. They won that big overtime game, so they're coming in with a lot of confidence today. Tell us about their makeup of their ball club.
Well, defensively, they kind of run, just like we said last week, they kind of run a little bit of what we get to see every week. So they do a little bit of different stuff as far as linebackers are concerned. They'll play one in the box, two in the box, sometimes three, depending on the formation. And then offensively, they got a couple guys that are pretty good, explosive players. So, hopefully, we're tuned in and disciplined and, do our jobs.
What about special teams? What kind of special teams do they have?
Special teams, they got a really good couple of guys that can return the football. As far as kickoff, they do a really good job getting the ball up the field. So, we'll have our hands full, that's for sure.
How do you match up with them overall, though? If you had to just, if you're playing a chess match, how would you rate your team against their team?
Well, right now, I think talent-wise, I think we're as talented as we've been in a while. We just got to get all these guys to gel together and make sure they understand it. They just need to do their part and let the team, work together.
Let's talk about your offensive line. How would you grade them out this past Saturday?
This past Saturday, probably overall B+. Effort-wise, I thought it was there all night. We had some adjustments to make that I felt we should have made earlier. But overall, I thought they played well.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm feeling really confident. I think we're going to beat this team tonight, and hopefully you and I can high five about the big win next Saturday, and then get ready for heading up to AT&T Stadium, and you'll be playing a very good A&M Commerce team, and that's always a lot of fun. So we'll talk more about that next week.
Okay.
All right, Coach. Thanks. Always appreciate you being here, okay? Coach Jaime Martinez, who's going to be scouting us for us all year and telling us a bit about our opponents as they come into Javelina Stadium and when we go on the road to play these teams as well. I want to remind all our viewers, if you can't catch this program on KDF on Saturday mornings at 11:30, you can catch it various other places. You can also catch our streaming video. It's at 1 o'clock at www.tamook.tv. You can also catch us on YouTube, usually on Sunday afternoon. So a lot of different places you can catch this program. Again, this is a show that is student-driven right here at the university. This is a great way for these youngsters to get experience before they go into the broadcast field. And one of those that works on the show is Fernando Flores. Fernando, good to see you. You kind of do it all. You shoot, you edit, you help run camera. This is our third show.
Yes, sir.
How do you like it so far?
I love it. It's a hands-on experience and it's student-driven. It's all about us. We're the ones who put this together, and the professors don't really give us a say-so and things, and it's all about our opinions and what we want to put into it.
All right, the most important thing is you make me look good. That's what counts right here, and these guys do. I'm just the host, guys. I don't really do a whole lot. I just kind of try to sit out here and look semi-pretty. Talk about what's it been like for you? I mean, people don't realize that we just don't stand in front of a camera and push a button and it all happens. I mean, there's a lot of behind the scenes things that go on, like what? Give me an example.
There's a lot of post-production, a lot of editing, a lot of closed captioning we got to put in. It takes a lot of hours. We've slept here at the school a few nights just to get this show on the road, and it's only the beginning.
Now, is this something you want to do after college?
Yes, sir.
Now, you're graduating, you're a senior, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're hoping to graduate what? When? Around Christmas?
Around summer.
Okay, so you're going to try to make it to summer. And do you want to be in front of the camera? Do you want to be behind the camera? Or what is
behind the camera.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Well, there's plenty of opportunities down the road. This is like putting together a great resume tape for you. Well, you guys do a wonderful job. Y'all make my job a lot easier. And I appreciate these guys are very responsible. And when we ask them to do a job, believe me, it gets done. Fernando, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Harwell.
All righty, appreciate it. Let's get to work on that next show for next week, okay? All righty, okay. Javelina Showtime. You can see it every Saturday morning right here on KDF, and we look forward to bringing this to you. Remember, we've got a brand new title sponsor, Mike Shaw Automotive. We appreciate them being on board. We appreciate you watching. We'll see you next Saturday at 11:30 right here on KDF. Goodbye, everybody.
Well, that's a wrap for Javelina Showtime, presented by Mike Shaw Toyota Kia. You can always catch us here on KDF TV Saturday mornings at 11:30. See you next week.